What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Progressive Action TV show. Let me get this together first before we get started. We gotta get these phone lines set up properly. Let me do something over here real quick. Just want to make sure that we set up properly over here. I want to get the phone lines on. Let me connect this. Get the phone lines on, right, man? Yo, look, y'all already see what the title of the show is. Local 100 President Richard Davis and I should have put explosive on there. New lawsuit. Yeah, it's cracking with that. We're going to talk about new crime in New York City, man. It's getting really, really, really crazy out here. I just want to make sure that I get these phone lines up and running the right way. So give me 1 second. Make sure. Let me get this going the right way. I got to get this going for you guys. But we're going to talk about it. We're really going to walk down this Richard Davis stuff, and I'm going to play some videos for you guys. Some crazy things happening in New York City. Let me just make sure I get this up and going. I just want to let y'all know the phone lines are open tonight. Y'all know the number, 563-999-3714. And the first thing I want to start off with, this very, 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 very important rally coming up. MTA workers, strap hangers, the community, come out to our assault rally. Come out to our assault rally. It is May 1st at 12 p.m. at 2 Broadway. That's MTA headquarters. We are going to make sure our voices is amplified loud and clear throughout New York City. If you plan on coming to this rally, the RSVPs is in the description of this video. You just need to do that. Just need to hit the RSVPs, and we are going to get it cracking. Just let me know that you are coming. As you can see, I got something new on the screen. Where's that? Right there. Wait, right there. You could, if you're watching on your computer, if you're watching on your TV, you could use your camera and like, boom. Figure it out if you want to donate straight to the channel just like that. But we are going to talk about the issues tonight. And let me get right into it. We don't want to waste no time. Let me take that QR code off the screen. We don't want to waste any time. So first thing I want to talk about is man randomly slashed while buying MetroCard in Manhattan subway station. A man at a kiosk in a Manhattan subway station was randomly slashed in the face overnight Monday, according to the NYPD. The victim was buying a MetroCard in the mezzanine of the 4750th Street's Rockefeller Center station around 12:30 a.m. when he was slashed, police said. He was treated on the scene by the EMS. Now, one thing that make this situation very interesting is that when you think about 4750th Street, Rockefeller Center is a very busy station. Crimes are being done in very busy stations, and the people are not getting caught. They're not getting caught. It's unbelievable of the things that are happening in the subways, especially at the busy stations, and they are not being caught at all. The next thing I would like to get into is on-duty MTA employee punch after waking man on train in Queens. An on-duty MTA employee was assaulted after approaching a sleeping man on a train in Queens early Monday morning, according to the NYPD. The 32-year-old employee was cleaning the train car at the 179th Street Hillside Avenue station around 3:30 a.m. when she approached a 63-year-old man who was sleeping on the train. The employee told the man he must leave the train, which is when he allegedly punched her in the face, according to authorities. First of all, I don't even like that word allegedly. If she said that she was punched in the face, then guess what? She was punched in the face. Ain't no allegedly after that. Now, what I want to tell my coworkers, I need for you guys to pay attention. We are not anyone's personal alarm clock. You are not to wake people up off the train. That is not your job. You cannot find in the rule book one line that says you must wake up sleeping people from the train. The way it's supposed to work is that, first of all, people is not supposed to be sleeping on the trains. That's a rule. Second, when the conductor is coming into the terminal, the conductor is making announcements telling people that they must exit the train, right? That's it. If you see someone sleeping on the train, you leave them alone. You don't do a thing. You are not anyone's personal alarm clock. That's not how that works. We are not anyone personal alarm clock. You are not to wake people up. And what's so sad is that if we were to do something wrong, this is what the MTA does, and this is for all the riding public, the people who take the system on the buses or the trains. When we do something wrong, the MTA come out with a bulletin ASAP. And for those who don't know, a bulletin is a set of rules. So we got a rule book that we have to study, and then we have thousands of other rules that we have to memorize while we on the job, right? So whenever we mess up, the MTA quick to come out with a new bulletin. But as soon as something happens to us where they don't put out no bulletin, they could easily put out a bulletin and say, hey, as a reminder, you are not to awaken anyone on the train. If you see anyone sleeping on the train after the announcements were made, you call control, you call the police, or whatever the case is. This is why it's very important that police officers are at the terminal, specifically during the PM hours when trains are have to go back to the storage facility. Because when they not, we end up with situations like this, right? This ain't the first time that this has happened. This is not the first time that this has happened. This is probably the 100th time that this has happened, right? We are not anyone personal alarm clocks. The MTA do not care about our safety. Like I said, when we do something wrong, they put out a bulletin. When situations happen like this, it goes unheard. And this is another great example of an assault that happened yesterday with MTA workers. Come to find out, someone for the stations department had messaged me and asked me, did I hear about 2 MTA workers getting stabbed? And I was like, nah, I didn't hear anything about that. And I figured at the least it would have been in the newspapers, something would have happened at the least. Well, that's not the case. That's not the case. Once again, no news coverage. The MTA did not say anything, no bulletins, no nothing. No nothing to alarm workers that 2 workers were stabbed. And what happened was they went to the deli to go get some food. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning. And there was some type of commotion outside the deli. One of the co-workers that was in the deli seen it, went to go help. Both of them end up getting stabbed. One in the neck. I'm not sure where the other one got stabbed at, but it is absolutely insane for us transit workers. Now, these specific transit workers do not wear a uniform, but they do wear vests with the MTA logo on it. And what people don't understand is that the MTA, people despise the MTA. Not a lot of people, but people despise the MTA, and they see the logo and they get upset, right? They get upset and they don't know, they just take their aggression out on people who wears the uniform. You know what I'm saying? They just take their aggression against people who wear the uniform, and it's as simple as that, right? And once again, none of us come to work definitely not to get stabbed, right? And that's with any job, even with police officers. And I didn't cover it, but 2 police officers was killed, I think, in Syracuse. Not even police officers come to work not to make it back home, right? And these assaults, specifically on transit workers, is out of control. It's out of control, and I don't know. It feels like at times that we're out there all alone, because once again, an egregious situation happened. There's nothing on the union website. There's nothing coming from the MTA. Nothing at all. There was another egregious situation in the transit system, and this time, a 9-year-old girl was punched in the face at Grand Central. And man who punched girl 9 in Grand Central say he did it because he was thirsty. He did it because he was thirsty. Man, we have a serious problem in New York City, man. We have a serious problem in New York City. And this is what it says. An unhinged homeless man with a history of hitting strangers said he punched a 9-year-old girl in Grand Central Terminal because he was thirsty, Manhattan prosecutors revealed Monday. Jean Carlos Zarzuela, 30, who was free without bail after a similar attack at the landmark Midtown Transportation Hub, was ordered locked on $100,000 bail at his Manhattan Criminal Court arraignment Monday. Judge Melissa Lewis also ordered him to submit to a psychiatric evaluation. He said, "I hit the girl because I was thirsty. Maybe I hit her in the face by accident," Zarzuela said of the Saturday morning incident at Grand Central, according to prosecutors. Police caught up with him hours later in the 125th Street, Lexington Avenue subway station. I mean, listen, if there's one thing to go to jail for, that is something to go to jail for. If you punch somebody's 9-year-old child, 8, 7, 5, 4, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, you're asking for problems, right? And it's obvious that this guy has an issue. He's an EDP. He said he did it probably because he was thirsty. He just did it previously, recently, and we have a serious problem in New York City. It seems like everybody or a lot of people is out of control in New York City, and I do not know what is going on. I do not know what's going on. I mean, but we know that there is a serious issue, and we know why the EDP issue is happening, right? They not investing enough into mental health in the state. There's way more beds to put these people in than EDPs, right? But the state and the city is not doing nearly enough to fix this issue, right? And then when we have this issue on our trains and in the subways, specifically in the subways, when we had these specific issues on our trains, and the police come, the only thing the police do is take them off the train, wait with them on the platform, and then put them on the next train for them to be the next person problem. And nothing never gets fixed. You know, I feel that the police shouldn't handle this either. There needs to be another entity that's working alongside the police to try to figure this out. Now, like I said, there's a lot of craziness going on in the city, and I'm about to play a video for you guys. And it just seemed like everybody is on edge. You know, everybody like to talk about, Antifa, BLM. But what about the people who Trump get excited? What about them people? They are off the hook too. And I want to play this video just to put that in perspective.
Come here. This guy just broke my glasses.
I don't care.
Hit me in the face.
I don't care.
Broke my glasses.
He
What's your
was
name?
going
What's your name?
illegal.
What's your name?
Illegal.
What's your name?
Donald Trump.
What's your name?
Come to the precinct. Come.
I can't.
That's illegal. That's illegal.
You gonna slap
Get
me
away
one
from me. Get away from
Huh?
me. Don't touch me.
I'm not touching you. You
That's
just slapped me in the
illegal.
face, you fucking idiot.
Illegal. 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 Come on, go to work. Get your money.
Lost my bike, man. Fuck.
Wow, crazy. You know, the craziest part of that that interaction was that when the guy said, "What's your name? What's your name?" Let me play it again. He said, "Donald Trump. My name is Donald Trump." Let me play that again because that was crazy.
Come here.
Get away from me.
This guy just broke my glasses.
I don't care.
Hit me in the face.
I don't care.
Broke my glasses.
He
What's your
was
name?
going
What's your name? What's your name?
Illegal.
What's your name?
Donald Trump.
What's your name?
Come to the precinct. Come.
I can't.
That's illegal. That's illegal.
You gonna slap
Get
me one
away
more?
from me. Get away from
Huh?
me. Don't touch me.
I'm not touching you. You
That's
just slapped me in the
illegal.
face, you fucking idiot.
Illegal. 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 Come on, go to work. Get your money.
Lost my bike, man. Fuck.
What's your name? Donald Trump. Man, these people are out of control. Out of control. Totally out of control. And I mean, it seems like everyone is on edge. Now, if you guys are just tuning in, I need you to do me a favor. Please make sure, especially if you're watching on YouTube, can you please make sure to like the video? Make sure you like the video, no matter which platform you are watching us on. Please make sure that you share it out. It's very important. We're about to get to all the good stuff. We're going to talk about the lawsuit, Richard Davis, the new lawsuit. We're going to talk about that in a second. So make sure that you guys are definitely sharing it out on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. We're going to get into all of that in a brief second. But I want to talk about these NYPD lawsuits. I want to bring something to you guys' attention. Did you know that within the past 10 years, right? The past 10 years, NYPD was sued or paid out, or the taxpayers paid out, right? Over $2 billion. $2 billion because the NYPD is acting a fool out here. $2 billion. And let me read that. And come to find out that they was trying to hide these numbers. They was really trying to hide these numbers. So check it out. The omissions were discovered in a comparison of the law department's reporting and data obtained under the Freedom of Information Law, as well as court records that found 56% of NYPD litigation settlements and judgments from January 2013 through December 2023, or $1.2 billion, was not reported by the law department out of $2.1 billion in total payouts over the past decade. The law department has been keeping records of civil litigation outcomes against the NYPD since 1969. And according to 4U analysis of the $3.2 billion paid out by the city to resolve these litigations, $2.2 billion or 69% is from the past decade. The law department's director of public affairs, Nicholas Paolucci, when asked about the omissions, defended the disclosure in the reporting, saying that it was in compliance with the guidelines of the local law. The department did not respond to additional requests for comment. So we're talking about $2.2 billion within the past decade, $3.2 billion furthermore. That is insane, right? And you want to know what? The NYPD, and not all of them, but some of them are the biggest hypocrites, right? They hate the CCRB. Oh, you know, the CCRB, it don't be right. You know, it don't be this, it don't be that. Well, if it don't be right, why do some of y'all be copping out on y'all when y'all under investigation that causes these lawsuits, right? But the main issue is that the people who are paying the piper for these lawsuits are you and I. It's the taxpayers, right? They committing all types of infractions, violating people's rights that's causing these lawsuits to go through, right? They acting like that they are not doing anything wrong. The NYPD is out of control. And like I said, they love to say that the CCRB is not wrong, is wrong. They not factual. They not this. Well, how you think people feel about the justice system sometimes, right? How you think they feel about the justice system? The NYPD has a huge problem with this thing, this A word. It scares them. This A word scares the NYPD. And it's called accountability. Accountability. They hate that word. They don't like accountability. They don't like it. Right? Everything is wrong when it's against them, but when it's time for them to say whatever they got to say and point fingers, oh, yeah, y'all wrong, y'all this, y'all that, everybody's supposed to be like, oh, yeah, you know, you're right. It's BS. I personally think that they need to create a bill where they need to be held financially accountable when they do malfeasance. They need to be held accountable, right? They probably need to get, I seen someone write it on social media, some type of what they call that insurance that they pay into, that if they get sued personally, that they are accountable for some of the settlement. There needs to be some type of accountability by NYPD because they don't care about anything, right? It's very hard to fire an NYPD officer. We just seen the NYPD shoot and kill a man in the Bronx who was definitely having some type of mental health breakdown at the time. They did it in 2019. They just came with the ruling. And I'm not going to speak much about it because I plan on going on someone else's show to talk about that specifically with some police officers. So I don't want to give them my angles on what I want to talk about, but it's crazy out here. It's absolutely insane what is happening. And there needs to be some accountability by the NYPD. Now, I want to play this video for you guys, and it's from my man Tack Method. It's a guy that I follow on Instagram, and he works out just using the resistance bands. I mean, one of the nicest guys on social media from what I see, and someone decided to pick a fight with him. And I want to show you guys how he decided to handle himself. So check it out.
Be careful. Hold on. Very careful. You see what I said? I said be very careful.
Why are you disturbing that for?
Why?
Who are you?
No. Famous. Are you a police? No,
I can go get them.
No.
They're right
police.
there.
No. You just make an error. No. You just make an error. You know why? Because you don't have the right to hold somebody. There's a police.
You don't have the right.
Look. You see him? If there's a problem, he will come right the way and handcuff me. But if he just say
That's what you want?
That's what I want.
Okay, no problem.
And by the way, listen, I'm trying to be nice to you, okay? Then
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
You're trying to be nice.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Because you was aggressive already. You do not speak like a man. Because if you come, you stop me like a brother. You say, oh, my brother, excuse me. Why are you doing that? You have the right to ask me, and also I have the right to respond to you. But when you come with aggressive, it's not fair no more. Because you do not ask me polite. If you do ask me polite, then I aggress you, it's something different. Because you do have the right. Then if you come, you aggress somebody, you don't know what is going on. For me, it's not fair. For me, that is not fair. It should be fair. You question me. You have the right to question me. You have the right. You are in a free country. I'm not an animal. You are a human being. I'm a human being. My strength don't have nothing to do with you. I'm not here to fight you. So I'm not challenging you for anything. But you don't have the right to hold somebody. That is not good. That is not good. That is not good. Next time, ask me a question, I will judge you. I'm not the bad person. You know, everybody has come with you. I'm not the bad person.
I got it.
Better you ask me, I will judge you.
Okay, you got it.
I don't disrespect people. I will talk to you.
Okay.
Respect is very important. But I don't like another person.
Okay.
That was wild crazy, right? Did you see how he tapped his glasses? Sometimes you gotta do that, tap his glasses, right? But people, I don't know what's going on with the energy out here in the world. It seems as if everyone is on edge in this country. It seems as if everyone is on edge in this country. It is totally out of control, right? People are in their feelings. I don't know what's going on. I want to show you guys. Did y'all see how he tapped his glasses? Let's look at that again.
Careful.
Hold on.
Very careful. You see what I said? I said be very careful.
Why are you disturbing it?
Very careful.
Hold on.
Very careful. You see what I said? I said be very careful.
Why are you disturbing it?
Very careful.
Hold on.
Very careful. You see what I said? I said be very careful.
Why are you disturbing it?
That was wild crazy. I thought this was a skit when I first seen it, but I mean, everybody is on edge, man. It is 100% out of control out here. Now, I'm about to get to what everybody is waiting for. I'm about to get to what everybody is waiting for. We're going to talk about TWU president, Local 100 president, Richard Davis, new explosive charges. Like I told you guys about Richard Davis before, right? He only been president for a little bit over a year. But the allegations, the lawsuits, one of the worst contracts we have ever got in this union came up under him. He only been president once again for a little bit over a year. But he got about 43 years worth of allegations on him. He got the situation of beating up his ex-girlfriend, which he is currently in court for right now. And these new charges that he has ranges with a whole bunch of stuff. And let me put it on the screen. The person who is suing him, name is Mike Tutrone. Mike Tutrone used to be in charge of the retirees, and they got rid of him. And Richie said basically because he wanted to. Right now, Richard Davis is the gift that keeps on giving. He's the gift that keeps on giving. He just cannot help himself at all. He cannot help himself at all. He gets in front of these cameras. He starts blabbering, talking all types of crazy stuff. And people are starting to hold him accountable because he's just not smart. He's just not intelligent. He thinks that he could say whatever he want to say and do whatever he wants to do, and it doesn't work like that. Right? So I'm going to read some of these lines of the lawsuit. I'm going to show you guys what his lawyers are rebutting, and I'm going to actually play the video. and let you guys, we're going to play judge and jury today. Today we're going to play judge and jury. This is our day. We playing judge and jury today. And I'm going to present to you guys the evidence of what I have. Right? I'm going to let you guys decide. But when I say that they are his lawyers, I want to remind you guys that our union dues are paying for his defense. Yes, our union dues are paying for his defense. Because the law firm that's representing him in both cases with the gender motivated violence in which he beat up his ex-girlfriend Nicole, Nicole Hecker. He using O'Halloran, O'Hara, and Mills, whatever their name is. And for the record, I'm 1-0 against them because they represented someone who had defamed me and they lost. So Mike Citrone, if you listening out there, they are very beatable. They are very beatable. We beat them in court already. We smacked them up in court. They not smart. That's not even a thing. That's not even a thing. So if your lawyer know what they doing, it's gonna be a walk in the park for you with the defamation stuff, right? But at the end of the day, we are paying for his counsel. Now they'll probably try to use an excuse. Well, they suing the union. I didn't sue the union for my defamation. I only sued that particular officer. In this case right here, Mike Tutrone is suing the union. They are listed as defendants, and Richard Davis and John Chiarello in their own capacity, right? So I believe that if you're listed in your own capacity, right, and you went and defamed somebody, which is something that you did personally, you need your own counsel. We cannot keep funding these lawsuits for Richard Davis. We cannot be his personal piggy bank. And just to make it clear for you guys, as you can see, how much this law firm gets paid a year from our union dues. Almost $400,000. Yes, you heard it right. O'Halloran, O'Hara, Mills, LLP got paid $393,452 of our union dues. And this is the same law firm that Richard Davis is using for his gender-motivated violence of him beating up his ex-girlfriend and for his defamation suit, amongst other things, right? Matter of fact, I need to find this tweet real quick. I got to find this tweet for you guys. I got to find this tweet. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Because the mayor did put something up today. And I think that I think that y'all need to see it. Because we are going to, we're going to put the pressure on Richie. We're going to put the pressure. I cannot forgive him for the bad contract. I can't forgive him for the bad contract. I can't forgive him in my incident. And this could have happened with anyone. This could have happened with anyone. You don't go into the newspapers and speak against a member. You cannot do that. I would never forgive a union president for doing that to their members. So I want to make sure I put this on the screen regarding that. Let me get that together. Hold on. Let me get this together. But yeah, out of control. So we're going to read the lawsuit line for line. We're going to read that lawsuit line for line, and I want to show you how he doesn't have no integrity. The law firm he doesn't have any integrity, and they don't care if this actually plays out for a long time, because He's not using it. The union dues is paying for this. According to the document, the union dues are paying for this. But I want to put this on the screen for Richie because it's about to heat up for him. It's about to heat up for him. And I ran into the mayor the other day, right? As I think I told y'all that on my last show. I ran into Eric Adams the other day, and this is what they pushing now. Today, we are giving domestic violence survivors hope with Project Home, a pilot program to provide housing assistance to domestic violence survivors living in shelter. We are expanding eligibility for supporting and affordable housing of survivors. Wait, there's another tweet. I think I pulled the wrong one. There's another tweet. Let me find the other tweet. Let me find that other tweet. I ain't gonna be able to find it right now. But he had a tweet up talking about violence against women. I need to find that. Hold on. I need to find that. But wait, hold on. I gotta find that. I have to find that. Is this the account? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let me pull this up for you guys. Let me get that up there. Eric Adams is on his stuff. He's trying to get these things out there. Gotta salute him for that. Let me get that up. Let me get that up, people. Because I'm about to go on tour with this. I am about to go on tour. I'm about to go to Albany, speak to every politician, ask them, are they supporting Eric Adams' new initiative with this gender-motivated violence? Matter of fact, he did a whole press conference on it. Maybe, yeah, I gotta listen to that show. Because this speaks exactly to what Miss Hecker went through with Richard Davis. And I just want to put this on the screen. Now we have the right one up. Everyone deserves to be safe in their relationships and live a life free of domestic and gender-based violence. Join us now at City Hall. On the next show, I'm going to talk about that. But yeah, we about to heat it up with gender-motivated violence, something that Richard Davis, according to the lawsuit, is very familiar with. So we definitely going to get it cracking with that. So like I said, this new lawsuit against Richie Davis is by Mike Tutrone. He is bringing the heat against Richie. And I'm going to go through this thing. I'm going to read the complaint to the video that I have, which is very, very important. So let's get to it. Let's start with, let me see what that is. Number 81. On or about June 26, 2023, sometime between approximately 12 p.m. and 2 p.m., a union shopgate meeting was held, conducted at a swing room in a New York City Transit Authority facility in Brooklyn, known as the Jackie Gleason Depot, located at 871 Fifth Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. During said meeting, President Davis gave a speech to potentially hundreds of active TWU members who were physically present and in attendance, along with other officials who also heard President Davis' false and defamatory statements. Said speech was also filmed and ultimately broadcast and published on the internet as set forth below. One purpose of President Davis' speech was to recommend voting for the proposed CBA, which President Davis and TWU Local 100 had negotiated on behalf of the union and its members with the transportation authorities of New York State, including MAP Store. The Transit Authority and the MTA, that is, the very CBA which Tutron was opposed to, and which he would have formally opposed that he had not been unjustifiably terminated. 85. During the film's speech to potentially hundreds of union members, President Davis uttered unsolicited, false, and defamatory verbal remarks about Tutron to the extent that he, President Davis, had personally eliminated Tutron and had removed him from his position because Tutron was a thief and was stealing from the union. This is what Richie Davis said about Mike Tutron. He was a thief and he was stealing from the union. Let's go to the next page. To this day, said video is accessible on the internet and is still being publicly broadcast and published to be seen repeatedly by more and more new viewers as well as old ones. And the video is still stating falsely and publicly that plaintiff was terminated for stealing. The false and defamatory statements destroyed Tutron's integrity, character, and his hard and well-earned good reputation, and said statements continuously and repeatedly do so as long as the aforesaid video exists in the world and on the internet. 93. The defamatory statements were made intentionally with knowledge of their falsity and with reckless disregard for the truth and the plaintiff's reputation. The defamatory statements were made with malice, and the defendants knew the statements were false and defamatory. Defendant President Davis made the defamatory and false statements to attempt to justify his unlawful termination of plaintiff. I believe that. Defendants retaliated against plaintiff and terminated him due to his prior opposition to the CBA. Indeed, during the aforesaid speech, President Davis specifically stated that plaintiff was going on social media and the Daily News. Defendants preemptively retaliated against plaintiff and terminated him because they knew Tutron would advocate against their CBA proposal if it was not in the best interest of the TWU Retirees Association, and apparently it was not, hence the retaliation and termination. Then compounding the retaliation by defendants resulting in plaintiff's wrongful termination, the defendants also conspired to and did falsely state to the general public that plaintiff was terminated for stealing from his fellow union members and being a thief. Let's go to the next page. Let me see, did that go up? Let me see. This disgraceful defamatory statements made by defendants were made with knowledge of falsity, knowledge of the damage that the false statements would cause plaintiff, and which in fact damaged the plaintiff who had suffered and continues to suffer therefrom. Defendants tortuously, wrongfully, improperly, and unlawfully ended plaintiff's career as he approached the 50-year milestone by falsely branding him not only as a thief, but as a thief who steals from his fellow union members and who was thus forced out of his position under a dark cloud. Plaintiff's hard-earned reputation has been severely damaged as a result of these false, malicious statements. In addition, plaintiff was wrongfully and unlawfully terminated due to his age. He had not been terminated. Plaintiff intended to work as long as his health allowed. Now, that's all we need to read from that, right? Now, basically, and I seen the video, and I got the video for you guys here today. And like I said, we're going to play judge and jury. But I want to show you guys what should I play the video first? Let me play the video, and then we're going to get to the rebuttal of what Richard Davis' lawyers are saying.
Your advantage plan. So how are you against a plan that you're in? Right? That's the first problem. The second problem, the person, I'm allowed to make changes to the president. I'm going to do that. Whether you like it or not, I'm going to make changes. And I made a change to remove that person, and that person was stealing money, doing all sorts of stuff according to what we did, and did an audit in the place. And because they want to stay there.
Did you hear what he said? He said that that person was stealing. He was talking about Mike Tutron. He was talking in relevance to the Retirees Association. right? Now, this is the crazy part. This is the crazy part. Let me show you guys the the actual complaint, number 85. That's why I said number 85. I want to read number 85 again, and then I want to show you the rebuttal from Richard Davis' counsel. During the film's speech to potentially hundreds of union members, President Davis uttered unsolicited, false, and defamatory verbal remarks about Tutrone to the extent that he, President Davis, had personally eliminated Tutrone and had removed him from his position because Tutrone was a thief and was stealing from the union, right? Keep that in your mind, that he was a thief and he was stealing from the union. Now I want to show you guys the actual rebuttal that Richard Davis counsel is saying. Now, they answer it line by line. That's how lawsuits work. The plaintiff state their points line by line, and then when it's actually answered, the defendants answer line by line, whether they deny, whether they admit, or whatever the case is. So remember, number 85 on Mike Tutrone's complaint said that Richard Davis called him a thief. I just played the video for you guys, and I'm going to play it again. Now, number 85 for Richard Davis counsel said that they deny each and every allegation contained in paragraph number 85, right? They deny. Let's think about this for a second. Richard Davis counsel was saying that they deny that Mike Tutrone is saying that Richard Davis called him a thief in the video. I'm going to play the video again. Listen to Richard Davis describe Mike Tutrone. Hear it for yourself.
Your advantage plan. So how are you against a plan that you're in? Right? That's the first problem. The second problem, the person, I'm allowed to make changes to the president. I'm going to do that. Whether you like it or not, I'm going to make changes. And I made a change to remove that person, and that person was stealing money, doing all sorts of stuff according to what we did, and did an audit in the place. And because they want to stay there.
He clearly said that that person was stealing money and they did an audit. He's going to have to prove that they did an audit, right? But you call, it don't matter if you did an audit or not, right? He called him a thief. That is Stand United's go-to when they want to defame somebody. They call Roger Toussaint a thief, right? Oh, he stole millions of dollars. Let's cut that out. No black man a part of a union that they hated. They hated Roger. If Roger Toussaint stole millions of dollars, he would be in jail. Let's be clear about that. They do it with what's this guy name? Running for Mike Cordero. They said that he was stealing money. No criminal charges. Right? They act like they doing people favors. Oh, whatever, right? Now they saying Mike Tutrone was stealing money. The difference is that Richard Davis was not smart enough to curb his enthusiasm and realize that that was being recorded. And you can't just say those words, especially being the president of a union. Now, y'all heard him clearly say, this person was stealing money. But in his lawsuit, he's denying the claim. How does that work? How does that work? How does that work? Richard Davis clearly said Mike Tutrone He didn't say his name, but everybody knew who he was talking about. They was talking about the Retirees Association. They just fired Mike Tutrone during that time. And they said that Richard Davis clearly said that Mike Tutrone was stealing money. Let me play it again for you guys.
Advantage plan. So how are you against a plan that you're in? Right? That's the first problem. The second problem, the person, I'm allowed to make changes to the president. I'm going to do that. Whether you like it or not, I'm going to make changes. And I made a change to remove that person, and that person was stealing money, doing all sorts of stuff according to what we did, and did an audit in the place. And because they want to stay there.
Richard Davis is a huge liability to this local. He has too many distractions going on. Too many. He got the gender-motivated violence lawsuit by his ex, Nicole Hecker. He has this lawsuit going on from an insider that's very close to, see, none of these guys are loyal to each other. None of these guys are loyal to each other. They don't care. It's a cutthroat business. And I heard from a very, very, very important source that he has another lawsuit that's to come down the pipeline. And I guess they timing it for when he decided to get on the ballot. When they decide to do the ballot thing, he's going to be forced to step down. From what I understand, that this next lawsuit is very egregious. Very egregious. He's going to be forced to step down. But even without that, he just has too many distractions going on. Too many distractions. Now, he's clearly lying. Clearly lying. How can you deny something that's on video that everybody heard? And I want y'all to write on the comments, guilty or innocent. Write in the comments, guilty or innocent. Right? Write in the comments, guilty or innocent. He is destroying this local. And at the minimum, he's a distraction. Right? We got too many serious issues going on in New York City Transit. When we have a president, instead of him organizing, mobilizing, and just focusing on our issues, he's got to worry about this lawsuit, got to worry about gender-motivated violence, got to worry about that defamation, got to worry about too many things and other things to come down the pipeline. And let's be clear, if he does not have the ability to tell the truth about something that's clearly on video, how do we expect for him to tell the truth about the gender-motivated violence thing, where there wasn't no video? It's basically her word against his, except she got evidence, she got timestamps, she has pictures, she listing witnesses, she has witnesses and all this other stuff of her injuries. But he's clearly on video saying what he's saying. How? And you want to know what? Like I said, the longer that this plays out, guess who's paying that tab? The local 100 members. Because our union dues are paying for that law firm. And they will play this game and say, look, he's paying for this out of his own money. And, you know, that's what they do. That's what they do. But guess what? When they get sued, when he gets sued for the gender-motivated violence, when that's resolved, because he's going to lose that. When he loses this defamation, guess who's going to pay the tab for that? The members. That's going to come out of our piggy bank. That's going to come out of our piggy bank. Now, y'all see the real quick advertisement real quick. Y'all see the What's that? Right there, right there, right there, right there, right there. Y'all see the QR code? Hit that QR code. You could donate to the channel via the QR code. But if he does not have the ability to tell the truth with something that's on video, how can he tell the truth about anything else? Anything else? How can we trust him? How can he be trusted? He has absolutely no integrity. This man does not have an ounce of integrity. He's a distraction to our issues. There's no way that you could focus, do the business of the members, and then do the business, your personal business that you including us in, because any lawsuit is going to come out of our piggy bank. I don't understand. I think we should have a rally in front of the Union Hall. I think we should have one in front of the Union Hall and really make our voices heard regarding this. I think it's time to put the digital truck back in front of the Union Hall. It's gonna be the summertime, a lot of people outside. I think that this is the time to do it. I mean, he just does not have the ability to tell the truth. He does not. He's a dishonest guy. It's obvious. It's very obvious. Very obvious. And for those who's just tuning into the show, Mike Tutrone and his complaint said that Richard Davis called him a thief, defamed him at Jackie Gleason Depot. It was recorded. I have the video, and his rebuttal and Richard Davis' rebuttal from his attorneys. They are denying the claims, but he clearly says it on video. It makes absolutely no sense to me what is going on here. It makes absolutely no sense to what is going on. We are in trouble. As long as he's the president of Local 100, we are in trouble. He's the gift that keeps on giving. He thinks because he's president, he could do whatever he wants. He could say whatever he wants. And he don't care because he's thinking just like the police. He's not going to pay these bills himself. We are going to foot the bill for his stupidity. We are going to foot the bill. It's as simple as that. And we must do something about that. We must continue to we got to speak about these issues, man. And Richie got followers, but he only got followers because he released people. And I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. I think Richard Davis is cool when you speak to him one-on-one. You know, I think he's cool. But being cool and being a union leader, one don't have nothing to do with the other. Richard Davis is not capable of running this local. He's too much of a distraction. He has absolutely no integrity. Clearly a liar. Clearly a liar. And he doesn't care because he's not going to pay this tab himself. And to make it clear, I think he's making, what is it, like close to $300,000 a year, something like that. But we are going to be the ones who's going to pay this tab, without a doubt. Now, what I need for you guys to do, if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, can you please share out the video? Can you please share out the video if you're watching on any of those platforms? Please like the video. Please write in the comments. You know, we got to continue to share. We got to continue to talk about these things and make each other aware of what's going on, because this is our business. Whenever our money is being spent, whenever our local is being made to be made look like fools, we have to pay attention to what's going on. And just to remind you guys, we are having a rally May 1st. We are not safe riding the MTA assault rally. That's on Wednesday, May 1st, 12 p.m. at 2 Broadway. Everyone is invited. The strap hangers, the workers, the community. Shout out to Local 100 Fight Back. They just put out a statement, you know, saying that they are supporting the rally. So I can't wait to collaborate with them for this rally. And if y'all know anything about Local 100 Fight Back and Progressive Action, is that we don't have a working relationship with each other. But for this, we are going to work with each other, because it's not about our separate groups and how much we don't get along. It's about finding common ground on the things that we do get along with. And we not talking about putting politics into it. You know, we have a union election this year. We not putting those type of politics into it. We just sticking to the issues. So I'm happy to collaborate with them on that. And I can't wait to see you guys at that rally. The RSVP is in the description of this video. Please just let me know if you're coming or not. I know a lot of people don't like to hit that link. They just show up. But can you please just hit the link for me, so I could just have an idea of how to really prepare for this. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.